Many people don't have income problem. What they have is visibility problem. Just imagine God inspires you with a mind-blowing idea that you create a product that is capable of improving the lives of thousands of people, and you realize that the people really need it, they are yearning for it, but at the end of the day, they never discover that you existed. If you are serious about problem solving, this video is going to be a game changer. We are going to be looking at visibility as one of the key determining factor to problem solving. Watch to the end. Imagine you discover a cure for a deadly disease, and then you never get the opportunity to present it to the rest of the world. One of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs and creators and professionals they make is that they believe creating a solution, creating value is enough. But that's just the first step. After creating value, we need to help people to discover the value. Initially, when I just started selling pure leather bags, I did the hard work, imported the bags, waited about 3 months, and they arrived. Wait about 60 days, finally arrived, and I was showing it to the people around. I live in a semi-urban area, and my bags had value, but not to my immediate audience. For the first few months, I struggled to make sales. Somebody will see a mother will see a bag worth 16,000 francs, but they'll come and they'll propose you maybe 2,000 francs, 3,000 francs. You see, because they don't know the value, they are not the right audience. So until finally I had the means to present it to audience who really needed it, I used to struggle with sales. But finally, when I had the right audience for my bags and I made myself visible to them, I stopped struggling with sales. In the beginning, one mistake I was making is that I thought that marketing is about convincing people to buy what I was offering. But that's not true marketing, and I know that many people still make that mistake today. True marketing is about making yourself visible, making yourself discoverable to those who already need the solution you are offering. Many people hate marketing today because they feel they need to go and convince someone to buy what they are offering. But when I discovered this secret, it changed the way I looked at marketing. The solution we are offering, there are many people who need it. Sometimes we spend time presenting it to those who don't need it and hoping that they buy, instead of making ourselves findable, discoverable to the people who already need, who are already looking for what we are offering. So true marketing is not about convincing people to get the solution you have created. True marketing is about creating the bridge between people who have the existing problem, people who have an existing problem, to a solution that you have created for that problem. That's what marketing does. That means you bridge the gap between the problem that is already existing to the solution that you are offering. So you must first of all make yourself discoverable to the people who have the problem of the solution you are offering. That's what marketing is supposed to do. It's not about convincing somebody to buy something so that you can have money. How many businesses have closed down not because they had poor products? How many skilled people remain unemployed not because their skills are not valuable, but because they have not been discovered, because many people don't know about what they can offer. Sometimes it's not just about lack of ability, it is most often about lack of awareness. People are not aware of what the right people are not aware of the solution we can offer them. So you don't only need to develop skills or create solutions. You don't only need to solve problems, but you need to make yourself discoverable, findable for those who need that solution. Now, this leads us to this question that begs for an answer. Imagine you create a mind-blowing solution and nobody knows about it. Nobody discovers it and it's invisible to the rest of the world. Who is the loser? You may say you are the loser, but the people, the world is losing because your solution is invisible to them. Now, let's take for example, you discover the cure for HIV or the cure for a deadly disease. If the one never sees it, if you keep it only to yourself, you might not even be the one losing. The world will be losing because you did not make yourself findable, you did not make yourself visible. So visibility is more is bigger than business. It is bigger than business. Visibility is a responsibility. It is a responsibility to make your solution findable, reachable, visible to the rest of the world. And any solution that has helped one person is capable of helping thousands of people if only they knew it existed. There are thousands of other people who are in the shoe of that person that solution helped. They only need to know that you existed and they will rush to get the solution you are offering. So we are going to look at 3 ideas every problem solver should understand. 3 ideas every problem solver should understand as far as visibility is concerned. So the first thing every problem solver needs to know about visibility is that marketing creates awareness. Marketing introduces your solution to the people. It is not about creating the need. The need for your solution is already there, but people cannot appreciate it if they don't know about it. And there are many people who are taking marketing so lightly. They are wonderful at what they do. They have skills, highly talented at the things they do, but they don't expand their territory. They don't expand. They don't introduce them. They don't market themselves to those who need their solution. And nobody will appreciate a solution they don't know about. But the thing is, awareness is not enough. Many a times we come across adverts, publicities, but we ignore them. We don't take action. Why? Most often than not, the reason is that we don't trust the people who are doing the advert. Imagine an advert comes out from somebody you have never met, you have never seen, you don't know how credible the person is, and the person is offering you something that can change your life. There's a chance you doubt it because you don't know the person. You are not sure of the person. So marketing is primordial. It is just the first step. The next thing every problem solver should think about after marketing or alongside marketing is building influence. Yes, people don't just buy product. They buy trust. They buy confidence. So as someone who is offering solutions, you need to build influence. It's by influence that people will get to trust you. And if somebody does not trust you, it will be difficult for the person to trust the solution, or to trust that the solution you are offering will do what it is claiming it is going to do. So influence is very important in the problem solving journey. So that takes me to a personal brand. Any problem solver should be conscious about building their personal brand, and their personal brand should associate you to trustworthiness, to reliability. Because if people don't trust you, then they might as well not trust the solution you are offering them. Influence is not about becoming famous. It is about building confidence. Yes, many people think influence is about becoming famous, becoming popular. No, it's about building influence. It's about building credibility. So once you have built trust in the minds of your audience, in the minds of your customers, it reduces hesitation. And hesitation is one of the greatest obstacles that blocks a customer from reaching their solution, from acquiring their solution. So influence helps build the most required trust that will reduce hesitation. Now imagine people trust you. They trust your solution. They know your solution can do what it says it can do, but they don't know where to find it. They'll still not be able to get the solution that you have taken your time to create. So the third important thing every creator, every problem solver must think about is distribution. How do you distribute your solution? Distribution is what gives your customers access. So when I started selling my bags, I'll still use this example. to reach out to my audience, I realized that most of my customers, most of the people who needed the bags I put out there are in towns like Yaoundé, Douala, but I'm in Bafa. So how do I do to get to them? That was a problem. I had to find a means of distribution. Those you see people who didn't need it, but how do you get it to them? First, they will need to make payment, and then you send. But now, many of them are people who discover me through my Facebook page. They don't know about me. They need my bag, but they are not sure that if they make payment, I'll do the delivery. So with time, I had to station people in those towns that when I have a customer, I send to them, and then they take to the customer, and the customer receives and makes payment. So distribution is also very important in your problem solving journey. You must see how you'll be able to distribute your solution. This also means that the world has become a global village. You should not be limited by geographical barriers. Because you are in a small neighborhood does not mean that your solution should be limited to that. Many people don't think beyond their immediate surrounding. I live far away from the major towns, but I send dozens of bags month in, month out. I have many commands coming from Douala, coming from Yaoundé, coming from Boya. So I've not been limited by my environment. So as a problem solver, you need to think about distribution. Distribution also means being where your customers can quickly discover you. Imagine most of your customers are on Facebook or they are on Instagram, but you are nowhere to be found on Facebook. If somebody even type the the solution you have created on Google, you are nowhere to be found on Google. You will not find anything. That means you have a poor distribution. One thing I make sure is that if somebody types my brand name, at least things should come up. Things about me should come up. That plays a positive role to my distribution. So if you type Kameh supplies bags today on Google, you are going to see my products. It will appear. That's one thing I've done with respect to distribution, to facilitate distribution, to be where my customers are, because I know that most of the people looking for what I am offering, they are on Facebook. So I put the things on Facebook so they can find it. So in summary, distribution simply means making your value accessible to the customers. We now move to the biggest mind shift of this video. But before we do that, I'll call on you to like, subscribe. Many people still come, they watch our videos, they appreciate it, but they don't subscribe. Like, comment, for that's how many people discover this amazing content we are sharing. Now, back to the biggest mind shift. Ordinary people doing business in our streets always ask the wrong question. They ask, how can I make more sales? That is the wrong question. The right question we need to ask is, how can I make more people discover the solution I have already created? The difference is that one mindset focuses on income and the other focuses on impact. And impact tends out to make more income than just focusing on income. Jesus Christ said, no one lights a lamp and put it under the basket or under the table or under the bed. But the one who lights the lamp puts it on the table so that it can light up the room. So the person who produces something valuable and does not make it visible for others to benefit from it is like the one who lights a lamp and sends it under the bed. In the same way that God has given us skills, talent, ideas, is for it to be of service, is for it to be light to the world, of service to others. It is not for us to bury it. Some people believe hiding their gift or their talent is humility. It is not humility. It is rather limiting the impact you will have created by exposure. Because God gave us this gift to be of service to others. Our gifts are meant to serve others. So we need to make them visible so that they can be of service to others. So your visibility is not about making yourself look important. It's about making your product, your solution available, reachable for others to benefit, because that's the reason why God gave you the idea. So if you are watching me now and you believe that God created us to be problem solvers, to become creators, to create value that transforms lives, that creates impact, that improves the living conditions of people, then join me on this journey. Share this episode of our problem solver series to people you know have talent, have skills, have value that can improve, that can better the lives of others, but they are still remaining in the shadows. Let us round up with this question. How many people will need your skills, will need your talent today if they only knew you existed? How many people? Can you think about that? So this week, don't just focus on sharpening your skills. Also focus on making yourself findable, making yourself discoverable. Improve your visibility. Keep working on your visibility. It is a daily process. All the people who don't know you are always greater than the people who already know you. So always do something to improve your visibility so that people can benefit from the solution that God has deposited in you. So share your knowledge, tell your story, serve consistently, make your solution easier for others to find. Is the CEO of Kameh Surprise. We are headed for the top, for the bottom is crowded. Join us on this journey. Like, comment, subscribe, share so that many other people discover our content. See you on the next video. Thank you.